Will 3 be a charm for Duke head coach Mike Krzyzewski? His stars have the qualifications. Bobby Hurley, Thomas Hill, and Christian Laettner's replacement, Cherokee Parks, have been there before. Their drive for a third championship banner starts in 3 weeks. But another team with 2 national championship banners honors their heroes of 1983. What Wolfpack fan can ever forget the last-second heroics of Lorenzo Charles in Albuquerque, New Mexico, stuffing home the winner? And the joy of their head coach, Jimmy Valvano. Yes, indeed, the glass slipper did fit for North Carolina State in '83. It's the Duke Blue Devils and the Wolfpack of North Carolina State next on ABC. And Raleigh, North Carolina is alive. This crowd is already honored its heroes of '83, and now they will take on the Duke Blue Devils, who in very un-Duke-like fashion come in here with a 2-game losing streak. Well, good afternoon and welcome, everybody. What a pleasure to have the coach, Jimmy V, back with me. I'm Brett Musburger. Nice to have you along for this one. Jimmy, what about Duke and what about their star, Grant Hill?
Well, when you lose a player like Grant Hill, 20 points, 7 rebounds, leadership, great defense, you can lose a couple of games in a row. They're going to have to try to win it with defense. Some other players are going to have to step up, but without that firm of Hurley, and Hill, hey, it could be a little tougher. Their bench has not been the greatest all season long.
Jimmy, it's been such a tough year for Coach Les Robinson with the Wolfpack, but they've been showing some signs here lately.
They're getting better. They beat Tennessee, the Volunteers, with Allen Houston. Pretty good basketball team. Tennessee just beat Arkansas. They also played Florida State in a similar situation where Florida State had Douglas Edwards hurt, Bob Sura, well, they weren't hurt, they're suspended, but they didn't play. So they've been in a situation. Score that game, 73-72. They're a capable team. If they can get inside scoring from Kevin Thompson and outside shooting from Curtis Marshall, they'll fire up a lot of threes, Brent. It could be a close ball game.
The first game over in Cameron was a disaster for the Wolfpack. They can't afford to start like that.
Yeah, the defense that Duke can throw at you early can really cause the game to turn around. But that first TV timeout, NC State has to have it close. Don't turn the ball over against the Duke man-to-man pressure.
Folks, I got to tell you, Jimmy V is the reason why this crowd is alive here today. And coming up, the Duke Blue Devils will try to snap their losing streak. The 7-Up shootout on ABC returns with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off.
This ABC Sports Raycom telecast is being brought to you by 7-Up the Uncola and your local 7-Up bottler. By Pizza Hut, who reminds you that anytime's a great time to stop and smell the pizza. By Buick and your local Buick dealers. Remember Buick, the new symbol for quality in America. And by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, Grant Hill missing in action as far as the Blue Devils are concerned. And a short time ago, our Julie Moran had an opportunity to talk to the injured Duke star.
Well, Brent, this is the 3rd straight time Grant Hill has missed playing time due to an injury. That has to be frustrating. Grant, when are you expected back?
I really don't know. I must say it's gotten better over the last week, but I'm just trying to get my treatments in, and hopefully I'll be back sometime before the Carolina game.
Now, you're the leading scorer. You lead the team in steals. How do they compensate without you in the game?
Well, other players are going to have to step up, and I think they've done so, although we did lose to Virginia. We got more play out of Cherokee Parks, Chris Collins, Marty Clark, and Antonio Lang. And those guys are going to really have to step up big in order to beat an emotionally charged North Carolina State Wolfpack team today.
This is going to be a very emotional game with Jimmy V here, the '83 team here. How has Duke prepared for that?
Well, we prepared. We knew that this was going to happen coming in, and we just got to come in ready to play hard and get off to a real good start and not let the crowd get involved, hopefully.
Well, we wish you a speedy recovery.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brent.
Julie, thank you. And Chris Collins, Doug Collins' son, who is a freshman at Duke, moves into their starting lineup, replacing Hill today. As you see the starting fives, and keep in mind that North Carolina State under Les Robinson, not a deep team. They can certainly not afford early foul trouble. Their star is Kevin Thompson, 42. Mike Krzyzewski, a little grim-faced here today. His practice time was shortened. Les Robinson was out for the ceremony honoring the 83 team, and Duke just a little bit nervous about this two-game losing streak as we get ready to rock and roll in Raleigh.
I come back and you're going to blame me for the practice time. Les is on the court. I mean,
they missed their first shot, and no fair cheering now, Jimmy B.
Not at all. Not biased at all. Matchups are going to be important, though, Brent, because both clubs will play a lot, mostly man-to-man.
So here is State. Perhaps one pass too many, but a save here by McCullough. Toss inside. Wrap-in field goal for Thompson.
As we talked about at the opening, Brent, is Kevin Thompson is a very effective player around the basket. He's the only senior, and he does a terrific job. And if State can hit from outside, you could see a very surprising outcome this afternoon.
Well, let's see what State can do defensively here, Jimmy, against Duke.
They'll stay man-to-man.
Laying off a pick and roll. Marshall.
That's what you just talked about. You don't want us getting any foul trouble at all. Forget about a possibility. State's getting foul trouble. They got more suits on the bench than they have short pants guys on the bench. I mean, you take a look at the State bench. They've got, let me count there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in jackets and ties, and only 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in short pants. You know you're in trouble. I always felt, if I look down there, all those jackets and ties. I look for Duke maybe to apply a little pressure should they knock this second free throw down. See if they get the Wolfpack rattled. But to be honest with you, State is much better than its record. It really is. They handle the ball fairly well.
Thompson has it knocked away by Parks and out of bounds. State ball.
They still could press with the ball out of bounds, getting signal from the bench. And as I thought, they are going up court. See if they can get State rattled early.
McCullough brings it down. Coliseum rocking today. This is Lewis.
What's really hurt State all year long, Brent, is their shooting percentage.
Thompson into Collins' hands for the Blue Devils. Hurley. Now Hurley out of bounds and a foul called on the pass. So there's the second personal going against State.
One thing you must stop is the penetration. Now, we've been saying that now for 4 years. Nobody stopped it yet. They may not stop it at the next level. So why do we say that all the time?
And Thomas Hill, working down the right baseline for his first field goal.
To me, in the scouting report when I was playing, Coach used to always say, stop this guy's penetration. I can't. The answer is
Marshall. They couldn't stop his that time either. And Thompson stays with the rebound.
Does an excellent job on the boards, Kevin Thompson.
Hurley penetrates again. It's Parks who's following. Underneath to Collins, and there's the third foul against the Pack here in the early going. And this one is on number 45, Mark Lewis.
Again, I look for pressure. If they can knock down the free throws. Chris Collins getting a chance to play. And look at who he's got to replace. I mean, he's basically a three-point shooter. That's what Chris Collins, he spots up. And he's replacing a Grant Hill who basically is the best player in the country. So that's pretty difficult. But as Grant himself said, everybody, as he said himself, everybody's got to step up. Everybody. But you know, Duke really isn't that worried, to be honest, about this game. Worried about the regular season. Their goals are national championships. So that doesn't stop for a while. ACC title and the NCAA title.
Steal by Lang in a foot race when Lewis takes it for the slam.
Now here's that critical period to get to that TV timeout, not being down too much. As I mentioned before, one of these hurt State is they shot 43% as a team.
In fact, they're shooting better percentage from three-point line, 32%. Now, don't say that's low. I know it's lower, but you get more points for it. 32%. Look at that Thompson inside. That's 6 points. If you shoot 32% from three-point, it's better than 43% from the two-point line. So that's been their problem. Right now, they're getting all inside shots.
Let Thompson score 37 and take your chances.
I tell you, he's very capable of